You're that mischievous. You know it's about you being fake, mischievous, and a bad friend. And I don't want to throw you in the...
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about Real Housewives of Miami, and we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of the season. The season finale just dropped, and y'all, let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flame. And if you wanna play with me, you can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
Just, you know, my birthday just passed. So y'all already know I was living it. I tried to make sure I wanted to look like a rich man from Miami. That was my vibe. The theme of my party was Virgos on the boat. So I wanted to have everybody dressed like they're going to Miami, living in Miami, you know, and then we into the club afterwards, so it gets really Miami vibes. So I love that. But let's talk about Miami while we're on the topic of Miami. Yeah. I think this season could have had 13 episodes. After they left, you know, after they left Spain, they could have ended the season there. It would have been cute and fine. My whole thing is, I feel like it's just been drawn out, and I've just lost interest, if that makes sense. I was just like, okay, Adriana, you know, Adriana and Kiki and Marisol, there's stuff that goes on. And for me, I get it, and they have really pulled their weight, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, I have Miami fatigue. It's like, it's too little too late. We could have crammed this in. Could have like cut out Julia and crammed it in, right? Yeah. But let's talk a little bit. I feel like when it comes to Adriana, I feel like her birthday was coming up, so she was getting very much, you know, very emotional about the age. I thought she was in her mid 40s, you know. I was just like, yeah, you know, she's a young girl. She looks really good, da 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 da. You guys let me know that she is damn near my grandma age, baby. And that's no shade to Adriana. That's no shade to the girl. But girl, the facts are the facts. And I get that you're upset, but the facts are the facts, right? She was upset about the birthday cake, and somebody put the number on the birthday cake. And for her, I guess it could be embarrassing for her looking at her perspective. But we come to find out it was Kiki. Kiki and Gertie, we see a flashback that they're driving to, you know, the party. And Kiki was like, yeah, you know, I was the one that put the numbers on the cake. Yeah. So it is what it is. Like, oh, okay. Adriana hosts a dinner. Stephanie, Gertie, Marisol, and herself.
Well, thank you everybody for coming to my art event. It was so nice to see you there, and it felt like old times. Yeah. Like, remember when I had my art gallery and you come and all that? So it was nice.
And they talk about Kiki, right? Adriana talks about the whole art gallery that she had, and then she's just like, you know, I used to do these events and this and the third. It was so great, so grand. I love them. And then, you know, she's like, Marisol, you know, hugging her a lot. Like, this is what we did. Da, da, da. Here's my thing with Marisol and Adriana's relationship. I feel like half the time they do it for the cameras, because y'all cool in this moment, y'all get to this end of the party, y'all beefing, y'all get to the reunion, y'all beefing, but y'all always beef for the reunion. I just feel like y'all trying to secure a spot instead of just playing your position.
The problem is Kiki. She's been like saying those things about my age, and it was hurtful for her to make a joke out of my age.
Play your position, and then hopefully, if the fans gravitate to you, then we will, you know, bring you on full time. However, the fans fuck with Dr. Nicole heavy. So Marisol, unfortunately for that, you have 2 strikes against you. Marisol, you use Alexia as your mouthpiece and your puppet on a string, dancing around like Geppetto. But then you sit behind the scenes, try to play producer, and then want to do PI stuff on Dr. Nicole and think that's just cool. Like, girl, that's weird as fuck. But whatever. So with that being said, you know, she talks about Kiki, how Kiki is doing this and the third. And my whole thing with Kiki is like the whole ratchet thing.
She mentioned that I call her racist, which I never did.
So Kiki, you're calling me a racist because I use the word ratchet, okay?
And that gets brought up again. And she's just like, girl, you know, I feel like Kiki is over here age shaming me, and she's shaming me for my age. And I don't think anybody's age shaming Adriana. What I think is just like, Adriana, you're embarrassed and you have insecurities about your age. Nobody's shaming you for being old. No shade. You should, like, girl, I would take a fact, like, girl, I'm in my damn near 60s, or she's in her 60s, and she look fine as fuck. You know, like, I was just kind of confused that she was just so, like, hell-bent on, like, yeah, you know, that's shaming my age, that's shaming my age. Like, I don't think anybody's shaming your age, babes. But, girl, go off. The party at the end of the season, right? Baby, everybody was really copacetic. Adriana and Julia thought this would be, you know, Adriana thought this would be a good time to talk to Julia about the relationship.
You know I'm happy for you. I know, yeah. Do you really know I'm happy for you?
And they start off the conversation, you know, she was like, you know, I wish we were in a better space, but I feel like you're distant from me. You know, you're hanging out with Alexia, and I feel like that's where your loyalty lies now. And then Julia's just basically saying, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you do that I cannot, you know, I cannot condone and or, you know, look past. Like, you do things that I just don't like. And she was like, you're not enjoyable to be around. Baby, when I say Adriana over here just start cutting her new one. You know, Julia really can't read the girl. She can't rip around like she can't do it. She thinks she can because Gertie not trying to fall into that stereotype of an angry black woman. So a lot of she gonna try to go there, but Adriana don't really give a fuck.
You want to compete with me? You want me to let go of my dream to go to your opera thing, really? You want to compete with me, Julia?
So she's just like, yeah, fuck you. Like, you think you're better than everybody else, and you're not. You're boring. Just going ham, embarrassed, just loud. So now they're like, girl, don't cause a scene, girl. And then after they over here rip and run, the group get together and they talk about the whole fatigue, the whole fucking ratchet comment.
Ratchet thing. I was not expecting that word to even come up ever again because
A few minutes later.
help you clear up this ratchet thing. I'm gonna come up with a word that sounds just like it.
And Marisol, baby, you got caught with shit on your shoes. Yeah, we smell it, sister. You got caught with shit on your shoes because the conversation got up where she was like, oh, I'm gonna try to help Adriana, said that she didn't mean to say ratchet, she meant to say wretched. And she was like, you know what, I tried to give you an out to say the whole wretched thing, but you didn't want the out, so I did twist it, just tell Kiki like, oh, she meant wretched, not ratchet. And that's, I have to agree with Adriana, that is manipulation, because one, you lying to save my feelings, but you're also lying to make Adriana not stand in what she said.
Guess what? She said ratchet. I came up with wretched, and there you go. She manipulates. Is that what you said?
She said what the fuck she said. Maybe she didn't mean what she said, which is fine. However, don't lie for this bitch. Don't lie for her. She ain't gonna do it for you. But and then you use that to just blast Adriana, and I mean, Adriana was right. Like, but they do the ending cards, and we see all the girls, all the things that they have going on. Alexia, I think she is now officially divorced from Todd, but she's still dating Todd, which is weird. Larsa, what does she have going on? We really don't know. Lisa, she's trying to get engaged with Jody, even though she just got divorced, which is fucking crazy. But to each his own, girl, do your thing. Adriana, she's trying to take her music on tour. Girl, I love that. I think that's the route you should stay in. That's the storyline you should really fulfill, sister. Gertie, I love Gertie. Gertie should still like flourish and do her thing. If Gertie does come back, because I did hear rumors, if she does come back, Gertie, please hire the best stylist in Miami. Please. That's no shade, but Gertie, there have been a lot of misses. Damn near on Giselle and Garcelle's level. Honestly. Because what Kara say, like, girl, they can't dress at all. Girl, I get embarrassed standing by her. That don't make sense. Like, girl, the fuck? Marisol is just living her life. Kiki's over here trying to bond with her family, trying to build, you know, everything with her family. You know, she had decisions with her father and the siblings and cousins and uncles and aunties that they're trying to come from Haiti over to America. So she's really trying to, you know, connect with them more. Julia, she's over here, you know, hopefully not returning in point blank. But I did see a little thing about who's supposed to be returning and who's not. Stephanie Stephanie is positioning herself in a good position to return, from what I heard and saw. Alexia, I think Alexia is the anchor of the show, even though she's fucking annoying, but she's supposed to be returning. Larsa is the messiest bitch, so she's supposed to be returning. I think Marisol is supposed to be returning. I think Kiki, I heard allegedly, was leaving. Gertie was leaving. Adriana's supposed to come back. Lisa's supposed to be leaving. And Julia's supposed to be leaving. So for me, if this is true, personally, I think that is crazy casting, because it's like you have one side, like you have two sides of this group, right? And you're really getting rid of the whole one side. So who's the opposition? Like, there has to be opposition, right? But I don't know. I don't like that. If I was in control of casting, if I had to make the choice of who's coming back and who's leaving, for me, Alexia's staying, Stephanie staying, Kiki staying, Larsa, Gertie, and Adriana. That's it. Everybody else gotta go. And to be honest, Gertie is a hit and miss, because I would switch out Gertie with Dr. Nicole, honestly. But I do like the fact that Gertie speaks up and she's authentically herself. A lot of the girls don't like the fact that Gertie walks to beat her own drum. So I'm just like, wow, I like the fact that Gertie does that, but I don't like the fact that Gertie sometimes is a people pleaser, and I feel like she conforms to her situation. I don't like that. I feel like Kiki sometimes when she's in these groups with Larsa and Lisa and them, like, Kiki, you fade into the background. Like, I know Kiki got that personality that she could boom off the screen, for real. We've seen it plenty of times, but she conforms, and there's time that you fade into the background, sis, and we don't need that. So I think they could bring on 3 other girls. Marisol, you gotta go. At this point, I don't need it. Don't. Julia, absolutely not. Girl, you could take you, that woman, and them kids back to where the fuck you go. And bring Dr. Nicole back. She took a season off. She had a baby. Like, bring Dr. Nicole back and put her in the center. Like, put her in the center with her mojito. Bring 2 lit girls on, and that's it. Lisa, at this point, Lisa, I'm done. I'm done with that storyline with Lisa. I'm done. I have Lisa fatigue, bitch. I have Lisa fatigue. I like Lisa. She's a gorgeous woman. She was actually, towards the end of the season, I could stomach her, but in the beginning, she's insufferable. Insufferable. I can't. That whole being 2 hours late, the whole storyline with Jody with the fucking pop-ass eyes, like, girl, I don't got time. But that's just my roundup of Miami. What do you guys think? I'm ready for this reunion, because I know the girl's about to rip and run. Okay? Well, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let it God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm